All right, Alejandro Jurado says, "Hey Jonathan, if you state that higher level beings have an influence over people and affect their will, how does this destroy the vision of freedom to choose?" So you always have to think about it fractally. It's not complicated, because let me ask you that question now, at a level that is not as. The problem is that when we think about these higher beings, I'm really starting to worry that people are thinking about it too much in like a woo, like a magical way. It really just is the manner in which things exist. So let me ask you this. So the fact that your family or your father or your boss or your mayor or the police or any type of higher level being and higher level authority, the fact that it has influence over you and affects your will, does it permit and destroy the vision of freedom to choose? And the answer is no, it doesn't. It's like we have freedom to choose within higher systems, and so we are bound by our existence in higher systems and in like bigger beings, but it doesn't at all destroy your freedom to choose, right? You exist within that and you choose within that. And if you transgress, especially if you transgress the body of your family, then there will be consequences of that. If you transgress the city you live in, then there'll be consequences to that. But that's just how the world exists. So um yeah, and so that's the same. Like when I talk about higher level beings, it's just the same. So let's say if you think that there are intelligent patterns, intelligent watchers that are watching over natural, let's say, patterns in the world, in the movement of the movement of the sun and the stars in the sky, it's like, does that destroy your freedom to choose or permit the freedom to choose? It's like what it does, it just like any type of freedom, it gives the bounds to that freedom. And so it's like you're you within that system, if you act certain ways, it will be damaging to you, and if you act in other ways, then it'll be good to you. If you walk outside in the darkness and you try to do the same activities that you're doing during the day, then you're going to pay the price for that. And if you try to go outside, in the middle of July and try to sleep in the sun, then you'll have a nice surprise when you wake up with a nice sunburn. So it's like all these things are just like they're just the way we exist in the world. We just have to understand that they're intelligent patterns that manage our existence, and those are intelligible, they're intelligent, and they have causal effect. They cause you to exist in certain ways, but it's all fractal. So your capacity to choose is bound in that, but it's neither fully. It's like it makes it possible for you to choose within those systems. If that makes sense. Let me give you an example that Jordan Peterson used once, which is that um, it's like systems of control or systems of authority. They give you the possibility to choose. They don't remove it. The idea that higher beings manage your the way in which you live is actually gives you the possibility of choosing. Like the example to give you the counterexample would be, it's like if I drop you in the middle of the ocean and I say, all right, you're totally free, right? In the ocean, you are totally free. Now you can do whatever you want, but there's nothing in which to bind your freedom. There's no order in which to bind your freedom. Then, like, who cares? Like just being in the middle or dropping you in the middle of the desert, and it's like, okay, you're free to choose. Like that doesn't mean anything anymore. So the idea is that this is actually what makes freedom real and possible. So yeah. Okay.